too cheap. But there's no good tuts out there. There's no good DIYs on how to make your own P-rail, or rail, for that matter. Because I have not made only a P-rail, but it's multiple use. And I'll show you how to make it. First, what you're going to want to get, go to Home Depot. Get a 2x6. That is that wooden piece right there, if you did not know. That is $4. $4. Then next, you're going to want that 10-foot PVC. It is by a 2-inch diameter. So, then, that is $4 also. That is $8. Secondly, what you're going to want, that brings you up to a total of $12, is either 2x4, which is $2, so that's actually only $10 at Home Depot. But that's for if you only want to skate. And then there's an optional add-on, but I'll tell you about that later on. Now, if you want to snowboard, which what I do for it, you want to get these wooden stakes, $3.50 for 12 of them. And again, like I said, if you like to skateboard, this still works. I just tried it, but a 2x4 would be good stabilization. So what you're going to want to do, get a box of screws. I already had some. I don't know how much they are. Go out and buy some. Eco Hardware, whatever. See this nail? I got one right on the other end too. Exact same size, exact same everything. They're about a 1-inch nail. About that big. Don't need it that big, but that's just what I had laying around. What you don't want to do is take a drill bit, a little bit smaller than that screw. It doesn't have to be the exact same size under, but it has to be at least something smaller. Anything is better than nothing. So what I want to do is drill a pilot hole, which if you don't know what that is, it means just a little starter for the screw can go in, so it does not crack the PVC. Then you're going to want to take the screw it in, do so on the other side, ditto on the other side. So then, forgot to tell you guys, I'm going a little faster because I don't got much video time, is before you drill it and do your pilot holes, you're going to want to tape it down, so that way when you're drilling it, it doesn't move, then you're going to be all messed up, and it's going to be bad. You don't have to re-drill it. Alright? So you got those two screws, and you can take your tape off now. Alright, it's going to hold in place, but you're going to notice the middle still bends. So what you do not want to do, that people show you on other videos, do not want to put a screw directly on top. That is going to crack your PVC, or if you don't crack it, your screw is going to be sticking up. So you don't hit it and fall off when you try to grind. What you don't want to do, grab a 5/8 drill bit, drill 4 holes along the PVC, evenly spread out. Then what you don't want to do is, again, take that drill bit you used to do those pilot holes and drill them through these holes into the PVC and wood. They don't have to be deep, just something to get the screw started. Then you're going to want to go out, buy 3-inch screws with a head small enough in diameter to fit through this hole right here. So I got mine at Eco. The head was really small and it was about 3.5 inch. It was perfect. Then what you're going to want to do is remember that's 3.5 inch screw. So that means it can go into here no problem because the PVC is 2-inch diameter. That leaves an extra 1.5 inches for screwing in. So what you're going to want to do is put screws in all 4 holes. If you cannot see your pilot hole, you don't want to put a flashlight up against the PVC. It's going to illuminate the whole PVC. You don't be able to see that pilot hole. You don't want to put the screw in the pilot hole. Like I said, do to all 4 holes. Put the screws in there. Take your electric screwdriver and, get them all 4 in. Really easy. And you're going to notice it's still not, they're in. It's tight. You could use it. But just for safety measures, I took a hand screw because my electric screwdriver could not go that deep because the screw would stop down here because I had like a little stopper thing. I couldn't go past it. So get a little hand screw, tighten it up, maybe 1/2 inch more. That's all I did. And that is that for that part. Just tried skateboarding on it. It works for skateboarding for now. That's not the permanent setup you would want. Now what you want to do, you're going to want to take a wooden stake. Alright? There's 12 of these. Alright? So what you want to do is you want to figure, this is for snowboarding, you want to figure 4 inches to go into the ground, and then 2 inches to drill into that part, because that is 2 inches right there. So if you leave 2 inches, that leaves you room to screw on these wooden pegs. So I'd say cut it about right there. Then you can use about that much, it's about 2 inches, to screw into the 2-inch diameter side of the 2x6, and then that much goes into the ground. 2-inch diameter, ground. So you don't want to put 1 peg there, 1 peg on that side, and then 5 pairs across the whole thing, because you get 12. Now, if you're skateboarding, what you don't want to do is buy a 2x6, $2. You don't want to cut it up, handsaw, circular saw, anything works. You don't want to cut it, I'd say a couple feet maybe, and you don't want to screw it on the bottom. 1, 2, and 3, and then over there, 3 legs. And that will be good for skateboarding. Angle them a little bit. I'd say angle them gives it better support. So instead of like, say my foot's a 2x4, instead of it going straight across, angle it. Which way, if you're goofy or whatever, you know, whatever way you like to jump on the side of a rail, give it better support. And then, if you say, oh, you know, the winter's coming up and you've been skateboarding the whole summer, get some L brackets, screw them on the end of each leg, and you can stick those into the ground and use that as a snowboarding rail. Alright, so that is how to make a P-rail. My edit.